Hello guys, this is Mr. Bacon Bits, and welcome back to Haunted Demo Disc for PS1. Again, this is just a series of itch.io games in the PS1 style. I'm gonna try Orange County this time. What's this one? Elon's Children, the beige. Middle-class housing, the beige. Sprinklers, the beige. Your skateboard feels like the only real thing in this place. Okay. Okay. Orange County. What are the controls? WASD, mouse, click, shift. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay. Looks like I'm just skating in the middle of the night. Okay, I guess I have to avoid the police on the sidewalk. Okay. Soda. Okay. You know, it's really dangerous to be skateboarding at night, but... Okay. Okay. I'm assuming I have to go to these things here. What's going on? Break. Okay. Okay, I guess my objective is to go around the county to vending machines and get various types of drinks, dude. While avoiding the police vehicles on the sidewalk. I think that's what it is. Okay. Nobody oh, except for this guy. And this guy. Alright. Slurpee. Choco Taco. Aw, man. I actually kind of want one of those right now. Ah, here we go. Okay. Chocolate milk. Nice. Okay. So yeah, that was my goal. Just to go around, skate, try not to get myself killed, find all the vending machines. Alright, that was pretty nice. I can definitely cover another game, so let's go ahead and see what that'll be. Okay, so I know exactly which game that I want to try next. Let me just get to it. A Place Forbidden. The Library of Ouroboros and its vast store of occult knowledge is finally within your reach. In the end, it was almost too easy to find. Alright, let's try it. Alright, A Place Forbidden. What are the controls? WASD, mouse, E or left mouse button. Flashlight is F. Okay. Crouch is control. Alright. Let's go ahead and start. The Library of Ouroboros. I'm finally here. It's almost anticlimactic to stand so easily within its wall. Okay, if the rumors are true, the library contains knowledge beyond anything one might hope to find on Earth. Words of power, occult learnings, enough to transcend death. It will be mine, all of it. I just need to know where to look. This text is way too crisp for a PS1 game. Alright. Oh yeah. There we go. Locked. Damn. Alright. What do we got here? Books on philosophy, history, and a few stray encyclopedias. Not useful. A few volumes stand out on math and physics, but the rest are from more obscure wings of science. Interesting, but not what I'm looking for. Section contains mostly horror novels. How droll. I don't know, I think I would be interested. Novels, science fiction and fantasy, as well as a few stray romance novels. Okay. Biographies. I've heard of none of these people. Nothing on there. Oh, there's a stray book here and there. And that looks like an orb. Never mind, there's just almanacs. Useless. Alright, so let's see what this is important about. A transcript. I've been having these nightmares, Doctor. I'm alone, but I don't feel alone. Not like I should. Rather, there's no one with me, but that's not to say there's nothing around. It's difficult to explain, but it is an uncomfortable feeling. Something drones low in the background all the while. I can hear snatches of whispers, but only just barely. Like something is conversing with me just out of my range of hearing. Just as something is watching just out of my sight range. Everything's too still. It's wrong. I don't remember how I got there, and I can't figure out how to leave. Everything is all hallways upon hallways, shelves of books that look like they've never been opened. Almost all of them are still, and yet I get a feeling like I mustn't open any of them, whatever I do. There's a pull toward them, of course, the sense that I will learn more than I could ever hope to on Earth. But there's a danger, a vague, creeping danger, the feeling that something is very, very interested in every move I make. Who or what it might be, I don't know. I don't know if it wants to bring me in or if it wants me to leave. How does it end? Well, as I mentioned, there's no real way to escape. Every place I go leads to more rooms, but eventually, after a time, I don't really hear them so much as feel them. Look no further, look no further, look no further. And then I wake, and every time I feel farther from this world. To be honest, Doctor, I hope it's all in my imagination. I hope I'm afflicted with some kind of mania, because a place like that can't exist, shouldn't exist, and if it does, then I can only hope that no one else would be so unfortunate as to visit it. Okay, so I was able to go... No, I was not. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what these books are. How many pages? Okay. The Minister's Doom, Act 3, Scene 2. Bernice enters, followed closely by the librarian. Bernice is breathless, looking both exasperated and slightly excited. The librarian's expression is unreadable, as per usual. But my husband will find out about us. He won't stay out forever. I wouldn't be so sure, my dear. But shall we retire to the living room if we're to speak of such unpleasantness as your husband? Bernice's face breaks suddenly into a grin. She grabs the librarian's hand, taking him under the couch beside her. Ooh, this is scandalous. Fine, then. If you're to stay, I want to hear some of those secrets you keep talking about. You can't play me for the fool forever. I would never claim to do such a thing, my dear. Would you care to hear how I can stop a human heart with but a word? Goodness, that sounds dangerous. It most certainly is. I wish to hear it. Then of course you shall. He leans close to Bernice, who closes her eyes as if expecting a kiss, but the librarian leans past her, whispering something in her ear. Bernice's eyes open wide. She gives a single jerk, a strangled groan, and goes limp, sliding off the couch. Too curious for her own good. He stands, reaching in one of his pockets to withdraw a single black case containing Bernice's wedding ring. Taking a cursory look around the living room, the librarian eventually focuses on a single point on the opposite side. The librarian crosses the floor, leaves his item, and turns to leave. As he does so, the scene darkens, leaving only a single spotlight to illuminate the stage. It is fixed on the small black case, which the librarian has decided to leave sitting atop the minister's writing desk. For some reason, that story seems familiar. A partial history of the library. The Library of Ouroboros wasn't so much built as it simply came to be. Okay. That much we've been able to glean from the early murky tales about a certain endless structure rich in occult knowledge. The first tale was penned by an unnamed Gaelic mystic, who compiled a variety of accounts from travelers complaining of strange dreams. Did you hear that? Many of these travelers' accounts of the place were the same. Endless hallways of strange materials, magic devices that seemed to give off light or sounds without any visible source. But rarely were there many tangible details, aside from these characteristics and the font of knowledge ringing the walls of the place. This, of course, changed in approximately 670, when the mystic was visited by a lone woman. She was reportedly wild-eyed, half-mad, and complaining of dreams much the same as her fellows, but she claimed that these dreams became reality briefly, and that she at one point even visited that bleak place. She claimed to run into a dark, amorphous figure with a score of glowing red eyes. This figure apparently spoke to her, promising her black knowledge should she only pledge herself to it. Though the mystic asked how this woman escaped such a place, the woman gave him no explanation. In fact, she spoke no further, withdrawing from the mystic's hut to begin her traveling anew. She was never seen or heard from again. This testimony is hardly a concrete example of the library's existence, but it certainly makes one wonder, if tales like this could exist from the earliest days of modern man, what other truths could lie buried deep in the past, should one be willing to tunnel through the cobwebs of years to reach the ancient tales hidden beneath. Very interesting that that book is in the Ouroboros library. Oh, there's one more book here. Read it I shall. On the Founder. They came to the domain, a blank canvas in the cosmos, from places unknown in oldest time. They have existed longer than man, longer than the sentient stones of longer than the cosmic force that runs through all things. They have always been. They saw the ruin that coursed through the universe, the constant in and out flux of entropy, and with entropy went items of worth, and it was that worth that they sought to salvage, not things, ideas, thoughts, power intangible. Through the years they reached, for their powers were immense. Through eons they snatched up secrets, darkened light, but it wasn't long before all became too much, even for those ancient. The remaining pages have been torn out of this book. In their place is a single piece of lined paper, with an untidy scrawl standing upon it in red ink. The key to go further could have been deciphered from the last word in each of these books, but I tore them out. I couldn't let anyone else go any deeper. Sorry, but trust me, it's better this way. As you close the book, you make out a single word scratched, not written, into the inner cover. Your predecessor must have missed it, or else it was made after the note was placed. Telephone. Okay, so the key to go further could have been deciphered from the last word in each of these books. Okay. Alright. And something about the telephone. So, over here? Yeah, there we go. The door is immobile. I can only imagine what strange arcane secrets lie behind its varnished surface. Okay, weird. So... the last word. It? Maybe that one doesn't count. Desk. Beneath. Telephone. Okay. Beneath desk. Telephone. There we go. Welcome message. From all our staff, welcome. We're glad you're here. As we're sure you're aware, the Library of Ouroboros is located in a picturesque part of Britain, atop a grassy knoll east of Sussex. Many rural townships, obviously bereft of their own libraries, refer their villagers to the library. It is beloved by all. We hope you'll take your time perusing our vast stores of literature, non-fiction, fiction, occult knowledge, cursed knowledge, words to melt the eyes of anyone who reads them, psalms of murder, and otherwise. You'll certainly have time enough, Bernard. You'll certainly have time enough. Is that my character's name? And there's a key. Picked up copper key. So I guess it unlocks this. No, I guess not. It unlocks that, okay. The book mentioned my name. A coincidence. Nothing more. Oh yeah, a coincidence. Why would I leave? I have only just arrived. Yeah, of course, that's just a coincidence. Such a small, unassuming front, as if by looking so plain it might hide from the rest of the world. Excuse me, is there somebody around here? Oh, there's some more books here. Okay. Can't read that book. What is this? Okay. Oh my god, there's so many books. Oh, okay. I'm not able to read all of them. What is this? You're an avid reader, aren't you, Bernard? Again with my name. You can't read these books, but don't fret. They'll pave your road to new knowledge. If you're stuck, think of yourself like a cataloger or a librarian. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? The case toward the windows seems as good a place as any to start. Toward the windows, huh? Oh yes, over there. So... I just have a feeling something creepy's gonna happen. The case toward the windows. I'm guessing over here then. What kind of information can I glean about these books? Wait a minute. The blinds were broken on that one. What is going on? What the hell? Locked as well. Damn. Okay, that's frickin' trippy. Those blinds were broken a minute ago. The case towards the windows. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, the number of books on each shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that looks like 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4653. 4653. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, there we go. Picked up brass key. And finally, here's hoping that's the last of the locks. Again, that's really weird. Great. Okay, that's totally normal. I can't remove the nails with my hands. Okay. Gotta find something to oh, there we go. Screwdriver. Weird that it'll let me look at every single one of these drawers. Absolutely nothing in them. Alright. Okay. Crazy. Alright, let's go down here then. How is this possible? Weird. It's picked up. You'll regret it, you'll regret it, you'll regret it, you'll regret it. Something is wrong. I need to leave now. Okay? Something is scratching its way into my head. Ooh! Ooh!
Your mind is small. Your mind is fragile. A tiny fissure here. A little force there. No more burnout. We could make you a shambling husk. Make you walk these halls forever. But we see your curiosity, your potential. We have something more in mind for you. We think you like it.
Thank you for visiting our library. Holy crap, that was really cool. I actually looked, and this game is, like, the full game has been made already. Like, it's available. Same thing with Fatum Batula. I might look into these full versions of the games pretty soon. 'Cause that was actually really cool, and I did enjoy Fatum Batula a lot. I think I can squeeze one more game in, so we'll go ahead and see it. Okay, this one may run a little bit long, but I'm gonna end off with this, Until Big Light. A narrative adventure about mice, fat cats, and the never-ending quest for cheddar. Okay. It's the middle of no light, and you've just been rudely awakened by your landlord demanding an extortion amount of rent. You don't have the cheddar to cover it, so you've gone into the nearby neighborhood in search of odd jobs to scrounge up crumbs. Oh, am I literally a mouse? I guess so. The hefty mouse behind the bar looks you up and down, their paw rapidly spinning a bolt of cloth inside a thimble. Hi there. I haven't seen you around here before. Surely you didn't just wander in from the trail. I live around here. Yeah? You just move in? I don't get out much. Fair enough. Not a whole lot to do out here anyway. There's something you need? Got any crumbs? Ah, just what I like to hear. A mouse motivated to work. I mean, assuming you are looking to work for those crumbs. What do you need done? Well, we have a bit of a roach problem in the cellar. They're quite huge, would probably take a skilled swords mouse to fell one, so that rules you out. But I got something more your speed, a letter that needs to be delivered. Are you familiar with 9 Lives? Oh, what's that? Really? It's the biggest chain owned by fat cats. You've definitely seen one at some point. They're everywhere. At any rate, there's one just further down the path here. That's where you're going. Take this letter and give it to the cashier. Okay, got the mysterious letter. They'll be the ones to pay you. Don't listen to any pleas they come up with. They're a rampant liar. What'd they do? Nothing? Deliver the letter and don't open it. Trust me, just hand that over and you'll get something nice in return. Let me know when it's taken care of. Stay safe out there. This is a really interesting... really disorienting, but really interesting concept. Okay. Oh, just right here. Okay. God, this is so disorienting. They lean lazily on the counter, obviously young, obviously extremely bored. They don't seem to notice your approach. You wave your paw a little at them, and they come too. Oh, hi. Are you buying something? Letter for you. They shift nervously, averting their gaze from yours. What do you mean? You hand them the mysterious letter. Look, I don't have anywhere near enough crumbs. Just a messenger. Sure, but first you, then who? What if they send someone actually threatening to my burrow? I mean, my parents' burrow, but... I mean, I live there too, just not with them, you know? 'Cause they suck. Anyway, I don't think I can afford that. You gotta help me out. Alright, what's in it for me? I'm sure we'll figure something out. Look, my friend can take care of all this, I promise. Or not, I don't really know, but they've been looking for someone helpful. Apparently I'm too gung-ho, whatever that means. Okay. Alright, so you're gonna head out of here, take a left. You should see a real small path through the grass. That'll take you to a cliff. Take a left, through the path, to a cliff. Knowing them, there should be an old mouse staring at nothing out there. They know everything there is to know about this place. They'll know what to do about the barkeep. And I know you've got a lot of questions about all this, so I'm sure they can clue you in on what a mess this place is. Here, this is a note explaining everything. Just hand that over. Okay, hastily scrawled note. I'll close up early and meet you over there when I'm done. We'll talk more about what to do. This is exciting. Yeah, if you say so. It is! Today might just be the red letter day we've been waiting for, if you decide to help my friend. Red letter? Anyway, I gotta start getting stuff put away here. Go get caught up. Good luck. What do you mean, red letter? Take a left? Oh. Well, hello there, Squirt. What can I do for you? I have a note for you. Oh, let me have a look. Oh, that poor youngling. I suppose you have a lot of questions, don't you? What's going on here? A farce of monumental proportions, Squirt. The felines have swindled us time and again, but what's happening now is by far the worst swindle they've ever wrought. What about the kid? The squabble between that child and the barkeep is nothing compared to what the cats have their paws in. The barkeep is only the beginning, I assure you. Do you understand how a system of control can wrap its mealy tail around a society of intelligent creatures? For the fat cats, it's a simple matter of disinformation, smoke screens, and silencing any squeaks of dissidence. A concerted effort set to establish complete and utter control of how we perceive reality of itself. They set their paws to creating a hyper-reality in which we find ourselves immersed, a world so doused in the muddied waters of the true and the untrue that the lines between them are inexorably blurred. Did I just suddenly step into Mouse Matrix? Until we can no longer see the water we swim in. After all, if you can't know what is or isn't real, how can you make any meaningful change, or fight injustice? How do you ever know there's problems within the system to begin with? And those who dare go against the grain find themselves quickly swatted down by the iron paw of totalitarianism. There's a reason our last attempt to overthrow our feckless leaders is called the Final Rebellion. It's a statement of what reality will be as much as one of what was. We've lost our chance to turn the tide. What happened? Infiltration, undermining, turning us against one another, creating insurmountable walls between us. An external group to turn a hateful eye upon stops one from focusing on the real internal issues. A dastardly plan to blind us with our own hatred. The barkeep was just such a mouse who fell, entranced by the siren song of the blame, a thought movement that placed all of the hardships of mousehood squarely on the shoulders of non-mice, excluding the felines, of course. Anger is far easier to harbor than love. The cats knew that and exploited it to its fullest. What did they do? Tell me, when was the last time you saw a rat? Isn't it a scary bedtime story? That's exactly what they'd want the younglings to think, but they were very real, let me assure you. Originally, this oak stood above all of the woods here, a guardian high above the tree line. The fat cats would have those they called lesser beings, with cold calculation hanged from its branches. The tree of growth, they called it. We shed the weight of their burden upon us as a society to achieve greater heights, or so they'd have us think. The barkeep was the grim caretaker of this place, an ancient family home that they had themselves inherited. Eventually the oak turned, in time, into an inn, but they couldn't keep it afloat after the issuance of cheddar. But with the advent of the den, no soul wished to venture this far, especially not for a fee. Desperate and low on cheddar, they turned the oak over to the fat cats when they expressed a keen interest in the location. The rats weren't the only undesirables in the eyes of the felines. One group was rarely enough to bear the brunt of such ire for long. Quickly, the oak became a harbor for all sorts of enemies of the establishment. Any who earned their ire began to quietly disappear. For a while, the mice brought here would simply be adjusted. No one was ever quite the same when they came back. It wasn't until much later when we realized that the bastards were making them infertile. That's why you have to stop them. Excuse me? You're an unknown entity here. I've seen you skulking about, trying not to be noticed. You slip in and out of that burrow like a spirit in the night. Going unnoticed seems to be a skill you've honed well, and it's something that could benefit all of mouse-kind tonight. Easily enough you could slip into the oak, scale it, and topple the feline patriarch that hides up top, silently lording over us. His gaze never falters from this place here. The cat in the tower controls it all, without raising a single paw. But they'd never see it coming. You're so meek, so modest in physical stature after all. Face it, you're the perfect mouse for the job. They've all taken so much from us. It's time we take it back. We can burn away the blight that has plagued this once great society. I just want to pay rent. Rent. That's a good one. Who do you think owns all the land around here? The landlord? No, they're just a patsy. They shake you down for your cheddar, the go-between for whenever things turn ugly. The barkeep's windfall from fat cats was more than enough to snatch up the land the felines had no interest in. Your rent won't ever be a worry again if we can take this first step towards a new tomorrow. Why not that kid? They're too loud, too boisterous, too emotionally charged. They couldn't hold themselves together long enough to make it past the security in that oak. Not like you. Fine. That's the spirit. First things first, we're gonna need some leverage to get the keys to the Fortress of the Oak. It may not look like much, but it's nigh impregnable. I have an idea. Go back to the Tin Can Bar. The barkeep always scurries off this time of no light to meet with their superiors. Behind the bar, on the far side from the entrance, you'll find a false bottom in the last drawer. There you'll find our bargaining chip. Bring it to me, and we can set in motion a new dawn for Mousekind. I'll head towards the bar shortly after you. I just need a few more moments first. After all, who knows how many more I'll have like this, where hope springs eternal in a mouse's chest. Best not to deny an old mouse, long and whisker and brittle of bone that much. Remain steadfast, Squirt. What the hell is going on? Alright. I don't remember seeing you here. Well, I didn't expect you to actually accept that. Sorry, I was eavesdropping. I finished closing the store and you two were so loud. At any rate, I think they're sending you after... Well, you'll see. I glimpsed it before. It's beautiful. What is it? I don't want to spoil the surprise. I should probably get the hell out of here before shit hits the fan. I think you're on the verge of kicking the hornet's nest and I don't want to be around for it. Rather not be collateral damage. So, I guess... I hope this isn't goodbye. Just a farewell, until I see you again in the big light. Hopefully we'll both stand a little taller, as mice in control of their own fates for the first time in a long time. By the way, I, shaved a little off the top of tonight's profits when I was counting the till. I know, you're toppling the meowligarchy, but just in case you end up needing to pay your rent somehow. Don't die up there. Well, cool! I got me some cheddar. Thanks, local teen. Well, now that I got me some cheddar, I feel weirdly motivated. Let's keep going.